2020 has been a difficult year when you look back at the heroes and legends we have lost, both on a national stage as well as here in Greenwood. But at the same time, let us count ourselves as fortunate that we have had such inspirational figures to look up to and show us that we have it in ourselves to also be able to achieve greatness. Let us take a moment to recognize and appreciate those who have passed while contributing so much to the Democratic cause during their lives. Congressman Elijah Cummings.
And speaking of warehouses, there's the school that I worked with, Maritime Academy. And literally, when I heard about the Maritime Academy and I started working with it 9 years ago, it literally was housed in a warehouse. This is America. We are better than that.
Congressman John Lewis.
My mother would say to me, boy, don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. You can get hurt. You can get killed. Dr. King and Rosa Parks and Edie Nixon and others that I read about during that time and later met inspired me to get in what I call good trouble, necessary trouble. And I've been getting in trouble ever since.
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Senator Hatch, on a question like that, I spoke about the C-SPAN interview with me. And I thought how unfortunate it was that they couldn't have, because we didn't allow it at the time, television of the proceeding itself.
Right.
And locally, we honor those who have made a lasting impact on the Greenwood County Democratic Party. Dr. Robert Cortez Moore was born in Greenwood. After graduating from Benedict College, he served in the Army and then received his master's at Clemson University and a doctorate at South Carolina State. Accepting our token of appreciation is his wife Daisy, whom he met while at Benedict College. They were married for 60 years.
Well, he enjoyed working with the group, and he was ready to go to Columbia for the convention every time he had to go. He wasn't missing any breakfasts. Well, he has always been a Democrat all his life.
In memory of Dr. Robert C. Moore for years of loyal service and support, and for going above and beyond his duties to ensure that the needs of our party were met. With our deepest gratitude, we thank you. And this is from our entire party for everything that he has done. So if I'm just going to lay this by your hand here. Excellent.
Originally from McCormick, Wilma Harrison Doyle was an educator in Philadelphia for 30 years before moving to Greenwood, South Carolina. Her two passions after retirement were her church and politics. She was active with the Greenwood Democrats, selling more tickets for the Fish and Dogs fundraisers than anyone else. Accepting her certificate of appreciation is her brother Calvin Harrison and his wife Shirley.
No, she talked politics all the time. I mean, that was one of her strongest advocates about politics. She really loved politics, and she was, very religious individual. She liked it. She had gotten her. She had became a lay leader in the church. So politics was one of her strongest.
Yes, right.
Okay.
This is an appreciation of service in memory of Wilma Harrison Doyle.
Okay.
For years of loyal service and support, and for going above and beyond her duties to ensure the needs of our party were met. With our deepest gratitude, we thank you. Signed this day, October 1st, 2020, and it's signed by myself and our first Vice Chair, Mr. Michael Gaskin.
Okay.
Rudolph Wise was elected chair of the Greenwood County Democratic Party in 1988. He was an educator, having taught at Greenwood High and other schools in the area. Accepting his certificate of appreciation is his granddaughter, Jennifer Ellison.
He enlightened me with political science and politics and stuff, and like watching news all the time. That's all I did when I got home with him. I watched the news. He's a good man, and he deserves all the awards that he deserves, honestly.
Yeah, there's no doubt. On behalf of the Greenwood County Democratic Party, I would like to award to you, Jennifer, a certificate of appreciation for your grandfather, Mr. Rudolph Wise, for years of loyal service and support, and for going above and beyond his duties to ensure that the needs of our party were met. With our deepest gratitude, we thank you. Given this day of October 1st, 2020, signed by myself and our first Vice Chair, Michael Gaskin.
Thank you.
Claude Wright was an impactful figure in Greenwood County. He was a local business owner, an elected member of Greenwood County School District 50 School Board, serving for 16 years. He was also an active member of the Greenwood County Democratic Party, chairing the Fish and Dogs fundraiser in 2018. Accepting his certificate of appreciation is his wife Barbara, his daughter Shayla, sons Kelsey and Jarrett, and granddaughter Claudia.
Well, he started kind of recently, but he always been interested in politics. And I think it's been a couple of years prior to that he started being involved with the Democratic Party. He started running the Right Traveling Bus Line back in 2009, and we started with our one bus, and then things started picking up, so we had two, and then eventually we got 4 buses. And everything was going real good, and up until this year, of course, everything with the pandemic, kind of put everything stopped in its tracks. And, his big thing was vocation and early childhood for kids.
Yeah.
And just making sure they had a good start.
So what I would like to do is, on behalf of the Greenwood County Democratic Party, offer your family the certificate of appreciation in memory of Claude Wright for years of loyal service and support, and for going above and beyond his duties to ensure that the needs of the party were met. With our deepest gratitude, thank you. And this is being presented on October 1st, 2020, signed by myself and our first Vice Chair, Mr. Michael Gaskin. And we thank you very, very much.
Okay. Thank you all.
It just means a lot that the whole family came out. That's just wonderful to say.
The number of losses we've experienced this year has been overwhelming. As we were recording these tributes, we learned that yet another of our Democratic family had passed, Greenwood City Councilwoman Linda Edwards. We will honor her memory properly at next year's dinner.